Hello, Susannah here from the Good Property Company. I want you to like, I want you to subscribe on the YouTube channel. Good for you because you'll get all my new videos, but also really kind because that'll help other people keep catching videos too. And we're just all helping each other then, aren't we? So thank you very much. And also have a look at my website. It's called the Good Property Company. They're stacked full of downloadable information we can start straight away with because I wrote it so that it would be all the information that I would want when I started. So I'm answering some questions. I'm here in Thailand. I'm in Koh Tao. You can maybe hear the sea. It's over there. And I'm about to go snorkeling today in a beautiful old boat. Glorious. With Thai food at lunchtime and then a barbecue watching the sunset. Really nice. But I'm answering some of your questions first. So Lauren Schreiber and Fiona Milligan basically asked a similar question. How can you can you flip with an interest-only mortgage, and can you find mortgages to flip with? This is a really easy answer. No. No. And the reason it's a really easy answer is a mortgage, which if you think about the kind of French mort, M-O-R-T, a mortgage is a loan until death. I mean, it isn't quite, but it kind of is. A mortgage is 25 years, isn't it? That's why the interest, although you may think the interest is high, the interest is lower because it's a long-term product. And what's a flip? A flip is a short-term in and out. Usually, by the time my money went in and my money went back out again, it was 5.5 months. Sometimes 9 months if the buyer fills out, but usually 5.5 months. So, no. Now, there are still caveats. There are occasional mortgage companies that you can get written permission to flip and basically then making all their money on the fee at the early stage. But generally, no. And yes, you can do it, but no, I don't want you doing it. And the reason I don't want you doing it is I don't want you blacklisted by the mortgage companies. And it's just a risk. And if you're getting started in property, you're probably going to have funding from private investors at some point. Even if right now you're swearing blind you're not going to, you probably will. But the majority of your funding is going to come from mortgage companies. You do not want to dare get yourself blacklisted by a mortgage company. So yes, you can do it if your broker gets written permission to flip at the point you apply for the mortgage. And if you're going to do that, then look out for all the costs, all the fees, the cost of the survey, the cost of the lawyers, the entry cost, which is like the kind of the mortgage fee at the beginning, and the exit redemption fee. But I do not suggest you do it. I've never done it and I wouldn't do it. What your right product is either your own cash. Oh, Susannah, I haven't got my cash. Okay, don't worry. Joint venture partner money, where they put the money in, you do the work. They don't do any work, you do all the work. You split the money 50-50 and you go again. And you build up like 3 or 4 of them, and then you've got the money to actually flip yourself. Or you can take a loan from an investor, just a private loan. You're like completely required to pay that loan back, but you're going to get all the profit from the slip. Now, you'll probably make more money that way, even taking off the interest to the investors, but you've also increased your risk. And that is why I did joint ventures, because when you are joint venturing together, buying and selling together, splitting the profit 50-50, you don't need to pay the investor back until the project gets sold. Okay, and if the project, I had a couple that didn't sell, I don't know, just because they didn't. So what would happen at that point would be the investor would refinance it and then rent it out. So they're winning. They still get a really good discounted property, just that the buyer wasn't found in the marketplace at the time. And whatever the valuation was by the mortgage company's surveyors, we would calculate that as effectively the sale price, and then we'd get 50% of the profit. That does mean to say that your JV partners will need to release some cash to pay you out of the deal. I never stayed in a rental with a JV partner. I want to be clean, fast in, fast out. And actually, I also had JV partners who were like, oh, it's too nice to sell. I'm like, but we're selling. Oh, it's too nice to sell. I want to keep it. Okay, get it valued up, and then we'll take that as the valuation, and I'll take my 50% share. So either the market doesn't deliver, which happened a few times, Not often, but just a couple of times. Or your JV partner's like, too nice, I want to keep it. Each time, you're still paid out your 50% share. So the risk is not on you, the risk is on the property, okay? And I've just given you the solutions if either the JV partner changes their mind or the market doesn't deliver for you, because it can happen. So you can either do it with your own cash. Majority of you guys are going to be like, I haven't got the cash to use. I understand that. I didn't either. You can do it as a joint venture slip, and I've told you they kind of root out if it doesn't work. You can do borrowing the money directly from an investor, and I used to do that. Borrow 100% of the money, but it meant that, my goodness, that flip needed to work, because if it didn't work, how was going to pay the investor back? So I always ran a second cash generating strategy as well. I always ran deal packaging, and I also made sure that I had enough equity in my house so I could refinance. And your question at that point is, well, why don't you just use your own cash, Susannah? Well, because it's better really to have a position that you could pay back the investor on plan B or plan C, because in the long run you want to run a flipping strategy using other people's money for a period of time. Or the fourth, which is the formal product, is the bridging loan. That might frighten the living daylights out of you. It doesn't need to. Yes, the interest rate is a bit higher because they're going to make less money because you're in it for a shorter period of time. Always go to a broker, somebody who's deeply and professionally expert at bridging loan. So your mortgage provider is probably not, the mortgage broker is probably not going to be an amazing bridging broker because they're not experts at it. So you may well have a mortgage broker and a bridging broker, and then you're looking for the overall cost of the loan. So the entry point, the additional fees, the cost of the survey, the cost of the lawyers, and the redemption cost, and any other little costs that they've stuck in as well. I used to take bridging for 18 months, but I used to be out of that bridge within 6. But I always wanted a longer bridge just in case there's any difficulty. I don't think I ever had to use it, but I just didn't want to be in a bridge that required me to pay it back in 6 months or even 9 months in case, I don't know, the market blew us and then I'm stuck with a bridge that I can't pay back. And so I took 18 months, and that's just my little tip for you. So, where can you find mortgages to do flip? And can you use an interest-only mortgage to do a slip? Likely yes, if you get written permission to slip from the mortgage company. But actually, why don't you use my little menu, which is your own cash? Yes or no, whether you've got it. Joint ventures versus JV partners. It reduces the risk and puts the risk onto the house. Borrowing money directly from private lenders. The risk is on you, but you normally make more money. And finally, bridging. Just be mindful of all the costs. So you've got plenty of ways you can fund that flip without needing to kind of like subvert the mortgage market and be at risk of being blacklisted. So, don't know what your plans are today, but I'm on week 4 or 5. I've been chill out, it's been glorious in Thailand. And this is what property can bring you. Like, I'm 15 years in now. And 14 years in at the moment. I've got a portfolio set up. I've got a tremendous letting team at home. I'm off for 6 weeks around Thailand. And the guys, you might not be so interested in this, but girls, they have amazing tailors here in Thailand, and I've gotten a whole new wardrobe. And when I say whole new wardrobe, I mean I'm going to have to ship it home. Like, because they bring in Italian cashmere, they import the fabric. So I've had, anyway, significant number of cashmere coats made, beautiful skirts in Thai silk, or just blouses in Thai silk, Chinese silk and satin. Beautiful trousers made in cashmere wool. Oh my goodness. So I started in Bangkok, and I kind of chose my tailors, and I chose the ones that actually tailor for ambassadors, because I thought, if we're doing it, honey, we're doing it proper. I went in for first fitting. I had a Pinterest board, I had my colour palette. I know that the guys have turned off just now, but I'm just going to share my fun. Woo-hoo! I had a Pinterest board, a colour palette. I knew everything I wanted to be done, because we're just bigger, post-cancer, new beginnings, new decade. Time to be a little bit grown up, Susannah, finally. And then I flew off to Chiang Mai and had a gorgeous couple of weeks up there. Flew back to Bangkok, did my second fishing, flew down to the islands called Koh Phangan and Koh Tao. And now I'm flying back to Bangkok tomorrow for my third set of fittings, and I'm staying in a gorgeous boutique hotel in Chinatown. Now, buying a new wardrobe may not be your thing, but I'm like a little child. I'm massively delighted by it. And also, I feel it's actually quite significant. It was a really tough couple of years with cancer, to be frank with you. It was quite scary, and I really focused on being a patient. And so this is like, welcome back to the world, Susannah. It really feels like it. 6 weeks recuperative, restorative. I'm having massages every couple of days. The people here are so gorgeous. And then coming back to this new wardrobe, it's like, but just significant, isn't it? It's just significant. Anyway, I'm having a blast. So I'm off on a snorkel boat today, jumping off the roof of this gorgeous boat. We're going to snorkel and see the fish around the island. And if you're at the beginning in property, I just want to wish you good luck. And that little kind of deviation there is probably to share my joy, but also to show you what property can bring you. You know, if I was still in my corporate job, I'd have probably risen the ranks. I'd probably be paid quite well, but I'd have like 28 days holiday, including a bank holiday or whatever. Ugh. I'm just taking 6 weeks, and that's only one of the many holidays that I'm going to do this year. So in the short term, you're going to have to do some work that you can't get away from it. In the long run, it's going to bring you a lifestyle that really hopefully suits your human needs. You know, living like on your terms, making choices for yourself and for your family. And that's, I guess, what you want. And that's probably why you're watching my videos. Anyway, like, subscribe, because it'll be great for you. All the new videos will come out to you, but also you're doing a kindness. You're helping other people see this YouTube channel. And there aren't that many straight-speaking YouTube channels on property in the UK. So we're going to get that information to more people who really need it, who might make mistakes without it. And also have a good look at my website. It's called thegoodpropertycompany.co.uk. Everything on there is downloadable for you or immediately accessible. I've got joint venture agreements that you're probably going to need. I've got, if you're going to do joint ventures, I've got deal packaging agreements, I've got academies, I've got on-demand webinars you can immediately watch about flipping, watch about deal sourcing, watch about property investing, and a whole load of free checklists and 101 pack as well. Good luck to you. I'm going to have breakfast on the beach, fruit, fresh orange juice, and maybe lovely, and then go for my lovely snorkel tour. But I wish you the absolute best of luck. Woo! Insect. Bye-bye, just now.
Worried about recessions? Yeah, they happen. Don't let them put you off. This vid talks through how to do property in other than perfect markets.